I'm often asked by my students and by some of my clients if there's anything that they can do or show their clients to help them maintain the benefit of the neck and shoulder work they've learned in the class or experienced on my bodywork table. And in fact there is. I have a set of 3 really good stretches for you, and I'm going to show those to you now. Now, the first one involves turning the head all the way to the side, just to the point where it goes no further, holding it there, taking a deep breath, and on the exhale, turning the head just a little further, not much. Exhaling completely, inhaling completely, and on the exhale, turning it just a little further. And then, of course, you do it to the other side exactly the same way. Breathe in deeply, exhale, and turn just a little further. You should probably do that 5 times on each side. Now, at the end of your range of motion, there'll be a little bit of pain. That's fine. If it's a lot of pain, you should back off. It's a wonderful stretch, but it largely stretches the larger muscles of that area. Trapezius, certainly levator scapula. You'll get some scalene stretch, especially posterior scalene. It's the first of 3. Clients, after they do that, often will notice a difference in their range and ease of motion. The next set of stretches occur solely in the sagittal plane. They involve 2 different stretches. The first one, stick your chin out, crane your head as far forward as you can, lift it up all the way, and essentially let it hang over your back, like so. And then we employ the same principle of breathing and allowing the stretch to happen naturally. You generally need to do that about 5 times. Every time you exhale, you just let the head fall a little further back. What you're stretching is longus coli, anterior scalene, and to some degree rectus capitis anterior right over here. Now, the next one is its opposite. You tuck your chin, drop your head, and let it fall. And then you breathe. And you let your head fall with each exhale. That stretches at the level of the neck and the occipital ridge, for instance, iliocostalis, but it also stretches more effectively that lattice work of small muscles right at the occipital ridge. Now, the third of these stretches is the intertransversarii stroke. Now, I'm sure many of you don't even remember what the intertransversarii muscle is, or where it is, or what it does. It's one of those things you may have learned in massage school, and it's long gone because there was no way to address it. Well, this is a way to address it. The intertransversarii muscle, let's assume that this represents the left transverse processes of your cervical spine. The intertransversarii muscles are located right here, just inside the tips of the ends of the transverse process. And because they're located inside the tips of the transverse processes, and because of the musculature of the neck generally, you can't get at them with manual therapy, but you can get at them stretching. So this is how to do the stretch. It's the same principle that you just saw in the other strokes. You tilt your head, in this case, to the right and let it hang. And you breathe deeply. And as you do, you'll feel these intertransversari muscles stretching. Generally, you need to do it a minimum of 5 times to get the good result. Now, I also want to give you a caveat here. Many of you are going to think more is better. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go like this and pull it over. And in fact, there is a yoga pose just like this. The trouble with this stretch is it stretches the big muscles on the side of the neck. It stretches levator scapula. It stretches, to some degree, trapezius. But it doesn't stretch the intertransversari muscles because they're not engaged in this stretch. So don't do that. Do this instead and let the muscles open as your head falls to the side. If you do all these 3 strokes, try it for yourself, see how you like it, and then give it to your clients. I think you're going to get a wonderful result, a result that lasts, especially if they keep doing it. And you'll also find that it's a wonderful complement to the neck and shoulder work that you learn in the myofascial release massage.